guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel, and I hope you're all doing good and staying safe like always. In case you're new to this channel, a huge and warm welcome, and I'm Nikita Tanwani, former Femina Miss India Andhra Pradesh 2019 and now a model, content creator and a pageant coach who runs her own academy called Conquer with Nikita Tanwani as well. Over here on this channel, I make videos that will help young modeling and pageant aspirants get a kickstart on their career path and their professional journey and familiarize them with the industry that is not so often spoken about. And the whole reason behind this channel was that lack of information about a certain profession or field should not be the reason that young adults are not able to chase after the dreams that they have. And alongside modeling and beauty pageant content, I also like to sprinkle in a little bit of motivation, productivity, makeup, beauty, fitness, lifestyle. And so if that sounds like your cup of tea, then make sure that you are subscribed to this channel and you also turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new episodes that I post. Now, the topic for today's video is why is your pageant wardrobe so important? I have spoken about building your pageant wardrobe previously on my channel. I will link those videos here and also in the description box below, where I have explained as to what are the number of items that you should be including in your pageant wardrobe and how do you even pack your bags. Over the last 150 videos that I've created on this channel, I think we've gone into so many details when it comes to your pageant preparation journey. But today we're going to be discussing what is the thought process that should go into selecting a certain look for your pageant. You have to pay attention that I'm using the word look here and not outfit, because that's how pageant wardrobes are built. Not just do you have to get the outfit right, but also how are you going to style it? What is the accessories that you're going to be adding onto it? Make sure that it's multifunctional and it's versatile, because you do want your wardrobe to be a little budget friendly. There are so many expenses that come with pageants already. And at the same time, through your wardrobe in a beauty pageant, you are not only getting an opportunity to be a fashion icon, because there are so many young women looking up to you and looking up to you as a role model and looking up to your fashion sense, but you're also getting an opportunity to make a statement, and there can be a message hidden or a subtle meaning behind why you chose that particular outfit and that look for that particular occasion. While doing the research for this video, I obviously went through a lot of interviews of stylists who have styled pageant queens in the past and even right now are associated with both national and international pageants, and they say that your outfit should be able to communicate the message that you are trying to put across. And when we head into a pageant, we all know, I've discussed this before, that you're creating this personal brand. And so every single outfit of yours should give a glimpse into your personality and your taste and who you are as a person and what is the impact that you're trying to create. They do say that clothes make a man, and so while choosing particular outfits or wardrobe items, you have to make sure and take into consideration, one, how you feel in that look, and secondly, how do people see you when you walk out with that look. So how we're going to understand why a wardrobe is important and what are the factors to be kept in mind while building your wardrobe. Let's start with the first look that you will get an opportunity to, make a statement with. The first thing that is going to be your arrival outfit or your arrival look. This is something that you can use both at national and international pageants. In fact, I always recommend this to my students at national level itself, because you're trying to project that you are already a winner before you've even gone there, before the competition has even begun, and you should be putting that much effort into your pageant preparation journey, because you can always see that the winner had always a very consistent performance, and that starts with the day you land at the airport. So make sure that you are putting a lot of thought into your arrival outfit. Now, say at an international pageant, you are going to a certain host country. The thought that you can actually put into your arrival look is, are you going to pay homage to the host country, or maybe just have an accessory or an item in your entire look that is a tribute or depicts the culture or just has some significance related to the host country. This is something that Catriona Gray did do when she competed at Miss Universe, and she had a very strong team, and you could see the thought process that has been put into the wardrobe and the makeup and the styling the time when she competed in Miss Universe compared to when she competed at Miss World. In fact, there's a whole video where Catriona Gray in fact talks about why she chose particular outfits and looks on her YouTube channel or on the Miss Universe channel already. I will link that video in the description box as well, because that will really help you, get an insight into how an international pageant winner was thinking while developing her wardrobe. The next important look that is a part of a pageant wardrobe is the interview look. There is so much weightage and importance, obviously, because the pageant interview is going to be the make or break factor when it comes to the overall result. This is one of those most dreaded segments of beauty pageants, and your look is an equally important part of the preparation that you're going to do for the interview. Now, before I go into the type of look that it should be, I also want you to remember that in some cases or most pageants, you might have more than one pageant interview. So make sure that you at least keep 2 interview outfit options with you. When it comes to a pageant interview, the most common dilemma that pageant contestants face is, how do I strike the balance between keeping it formal and yet keeping in mind that it's a beauty pageant and not a corporate job interview? So you have to remember that it's not necessary to wear a blazer. And all of this that I'm saying, by the way, does hold true for both offline and online pageants, although towards the end of this video, I will be giving separate tips for how to build your wardrobe when it's an online pageant. So while you do not necessarily need to wear a blazer, you can just wear a really well-fitted dress that would work, or separates or cords would really work as an interview. I have a separate video on my channel about how to select or pick your final interview outfit. So I would highly recommend you go watch that video for further details as to how to pick the interview outfit, the do's and don'ts regarding it. At the same time, the next step that you can take, to go a step further, to make yourself that you stand out in the interview, is not just are you going to impress them with your answers, with your confidence, composure and aura, but do your research. This is something I did do, and it was advised to me by my mentors. Do some homework on, has the panel, maybe the ex-reigning winner is on the panel, or maybe the chairperson of the organization is on the panel, and maybe in some interview they've mention what their favorite colors are. That could be a hint that you can pick up on, and make sure that you wear that color. So just to create not just a good first impression, but a favorable first impression, do some research on who's on the panel, what are the judges' preferences. And this is a point where I would say also do your homework as to what type of organization is it. The level of glam and sexy that you can bring into your wardrobe does vary from different pageants, and it's extremely crucial that you get into the head of the organization committee itself to be able to understand that what would they prefer and what would they not prefer. The next look that you would be planning would be, say, your beauty with a purpose presentation look, or your advocacy outfit. Even in an online pageant, the outfit or the look that you will be carrying in your advocacy video, make sure that you put in the thought to incorporate a part of your advocacy or your cause into your look as well. I remember having a student whose project was about sustainability and how she had worn khadi during her advocacy video, and I loved the thought process behind that look. And it may not have been a very feminine or pageanty look, but it was making a statement, and there are opportunities or rounds in beauty pageants where you can do that. This includes your advocacy look as well as your national costume, where you can make a very bold statement. And so it would be really nice if the fabric or the material or something in your outfit or your look is actually, nailing that point that you're trying to make with your advocacy itself. The next, and probably the most time consuming and expensive looks that you will have to think about, is your evening gowns. Now, I'm going to name it as a broad category, evening gowns, because there are 2 types of evening gowns that you might have to plan for your beauty pageant. One is going to be obviously your competition gown, which is the one that you will wear on stage. This happens in Glam and Supermodel India, Miss Divine Beauty. These are pageants at national level where you have to get your own gowns. Miss India and Miss Diva, you don't need to get your own gowns for the finale. When you go international, obviously national designers or your team will help you figure that out. But remember that there are 2 types of gowns. One is the competition gown, which is to be worn on stage. While keeping this look in mind, you have to make sure that your gown has a color. It's usually embellished, but on top of that, you have to make sure that the color suits you, that your makeup and your accessories and your styling is done according to that. You also have to keep in mind sometimes what type of lighting is going to be there on stage. That can be really, intelligent and a smart move to do. And while you are going to ensure that your competition gown has that wow factor, Again, remember that you need to practice a lot, because now these gowns should be ones that create a lot of movement and that they are going to help you stand out on stage. So you have two approaches that you can do, and on both those approaches, the most important thing is to practice and rehearse a lot in your evening gowns, because those competition gowns are not that easy to carry around. They're not that easy to walk in. So make sure that you practice your turns and your twirls and your posing, and that your styling is done accordingly. This in fact includes which side are you going to put your hair on, because maybe the slit is on the other side and maybe you're going to take a turn from this side. And so the entire performance needs to be rehearsed and every detail needs to be minutely paid attention to. Now the two approaches that you can use is, one, you don't go over the top with the frills and the feathers and everything, because the attention should still be on you. Remember that it's not top model round, it's not something that you're going to wear to a fashion show. It should still hold the attention on your face and your personality. Second thing that a lot of people I've seen do is go for something that nobody's ever seen before. This could be something similar to what Miss South Africa did, and she wore a velvet gown. You don't see a lot of velvet gowns, and it definitely made her stand out on that stage. Basically, do something that you will be remembered for just because it's never been seen before. So see how you can strike a balance, and this is the approach that you would use for your competition gowns. On the other hand, there are gowns that would be event gowns, such as gowns that you're going to be wearing to a gala dinner or a charity ball. And so obviously those gowns need not have an on-stage wow factor anymore. There I would suggest go with solid colors and something that is easy to carry, that you're comfortable in, and focus on the fit. It can be something really classy, chic, but very flattering for your body type. The next wardrobe item that you may have to plan in case your pageant has a swimsuit or a bikini round is obviously the swimsuit. Depends on whether your organization is providing swimsuits to the contestants or not, but in case you have to get your own, one thing to make sure is go for solid colors rather than prints and patterns, because those can be distracting from the wearer. And do try on all the swimsuits that you are getting beforehand. Don't assume that something that looks good on a dummy or a statue is going to look great on you, especially when it comes to swimsuits, because body types are so different. And a two-piece swimsuit might not suit your body type, and so you have the liberty to go with how high you want the waist to be, or whether you want to go for a monokini. And so make sure that you understand your body really well, and then again practice in that swimsuit so much that you have the confidence to wear that garment on stage as well. The next type of look that is a really important look to plan while building your pageant wardrobe is your either fashion icon look or your top model look, because I'm going to generalize it a little bit for national and international pageants. Now, when you have these outfits, understand the agenda and the objective of that particular round. It should be something that you feel like a diva when you walk out on stage or on ramp with, and the garment is more of the focus, and yet it's making a statement. So for the fashion icon round, in fact at Miss India, when that happens, they do always question you as to why did you choose that particular outfit, and so you have to explain what different pieces of the garment mean and what was your idea behind it, what was the thought process. And so that's how they select the winners and obviously do the shortlisting. And for the top model part of the competition at Miss World, obviously you'll have a beautiful team to help you with that look, but then again it should be something that you feel the most confident in, because that's where they're looking for that model vibe in you. The next look to plan would be your talent round look. This depends on whether or not you're shortlisted and selected for the talent round on stage, given whatever pageant you're competing in. Here, just make sure that, again, if you're, say, playing an instrument or if you're singing, create the mood with your outfit and your look as well, and at the same time keep in mind the practicality of the outfit as well as the aesthetic and the beauty and the glamorous part of the outfit. And the last category of outfits that you would be planning would be your airport looks or your rehearsal looks. Now, there's not a lot of fancy outfits to be planned for these things. It should look casual, effortless, chic, but yet fashion sense on point. And while I tried figuring out how I would want to describe this, and one word came to my mind, I think Nikita Tanwani does the casual, effortless, fashionista vibe perfectly well. So I would just suggest that you can go over to her social media and have a look at the range of outfits that she was going in for. and I personally loved her pageant wardrobe. She still looks like a teenager and she still looks like a pageant queen when she wants to. So strike that balance with your other looks. But keep in mind that even though it's just a rehearsal or you might be traveling, when you step into the field of pageantry and you're being observed and you want to stand out in the best way possible all the time, don't take these looks to be actually casual. You have to put in the effort and it's always about the look. So make sure you style it really well and that you put in some more effort than just putting on a top and a bottom. There's much more to these looks. And like promised, I told you that at the end of the video, I would give a few additional suggestions for online pageants. How do you make that statement and stand out with your wardrobe when they can probably not even see you entirely and you're just going to be on a video call? In those cases, whenever you're submitting a video for an online pageant purpose, make sure that you have either like a really big statement sleeve or like a statement shoulder thing going on with your outfit. You can have a really nice choker, and these are suggestions given by national pageant stylists themselves, because those are strategies that you can use to help yourself stand out when on a screen there are a number of contestants and you want to stand out and look put together even in that small group of people. At the same time, make sure your earrings, your hair and makeup, everything is properly done. You are sitting in a good posture. All of that matters. Make sure the lighting is really good. The background is looking aesthetic. So many of these things make a difference when you're competing online, and that's the only medium through which you're going to be able to create a good impression. So make sure you give your 100% in that as well. And the last point that I would like to say is that while building your pageant wardrobe and the number of looks that you will be planning, make sure that every look and garment is enhancing you and enhancing your personality. But at the same time, it's not the look or the outfit that is overpowering you. You still need to be the center of the attention. So I hope this video helped you understand why your pageant wardrobe is important and the thought process that should go behind it. I will be making a separate video on pageant styling tips, just because this video should not be any longer than this, but I have so much more to share with you guys. So if you're excited for the pageant styling video, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and also subscribe and turn on that bell. As always, I love you guys so much, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye bye.